I'm Chef Tregaye, co-owner of 𝐟𝐨𝐫𝐞, TV personality, cookbook author, caterer here in Atlanta, Georgia. And today I'm so excited because I'm going to teach you guys how to make some really delicious, healthy recipes. And I'm going to show my friend DeShawn how to take her salad up to the next level. I cannot wait till she gets here, y'all. I've been waiting all day. That's my good friend.
Hey, girlfriend.
Hey, friend.
How are you?
First of all, what's happening here? Because you look amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you. Following your suit. You know, you had your big transformation last year, a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, she is doing it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
This is beautiful. This is such a vibe.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
so you own this.
Yes, I am the co-owner of this restaurant. So it's me, my business partner, 𝐸𝐵𝐵, and my business partner, Robert Butts.
Okay, he's the bartender?
No, Robert is the night chef.
Got it.
Because my work-life balance is important. So I'm here for lunch, and I also host special events. So we not only are a restaurant, but we also do special events here.
Nice.
I mean, birthday parties, whatever you want to have,
Yeah.
we can have. The place transforms.
It does.
But this is just how it kind of looks when we're doing our everyday meals. Kind of like this was from a Indian event we had here, and they had a
Okay, 'cause I wasn't
special
here before.
event.
Okay.
Yeah, so you know, whatever you want, we can transform it and
Absolutely.
make it happen.
I love it.
Yes.
Well, I'm excited to learn from you. Years and years ago, when I was trying to be on my journey, you was helping me with my meal prep.
Yes.
So now I'm just really into it, and I'm sharing with my fans and followers, you know, how to just be healthy eating. Because in the beginning, when I lost all my weight, it was a very strict calorie deficit and all of that. So now I'm in the maintaining stage, and I'm actually trying to build. And so, like, my trainer was telling me, I need to eat.
Yes.
But I need to eat still healthy, but I need to eat more than what I'm eating.
Correct. You are correct.
Yeah.
Your trainer is an amazing trainer. Keep him on staff.
Definitely.
Because people think sometimes that if I just don't eat, I'm gonna lose. You're actually gaining weight.
Right.
Your body is starving. It begins to just I'm gonna hold this.
Hold tight.
Whatever you eat, I'm holding it. I'm not gonna let it go.
Right.
So the more you eat, actually the more weight you lose.
Yeah.
And when you get that point, like sometimes it's okay to do like a hard fast or like go hard at first just to get yourself down. But when you get there, consistent workout, eating 3 meals a day and 2 snacks.
Yeah, 2 snacks, yep.
And 2 snacks, because people think like, oh, that's too much. It's not. It's
especially
portions.
when you, because I'm building, so
You're
I
lifting.
have to feed my muscles.
Correct. Girl, I'm proud of you, Fred. That is right. You know what? Your average meal should contain 6 ounces of protein and 4 ounces of each side.
Okay, so when you lose, and it should be, I was always told 4 ounces of protein.
4 ounces of protein. When you're bulking, though, 6 ounces.
All right.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
All right, so you ready to get in here?
I am ready.
Because you're real cute. I don't know if you're ready to come in this kitchen.
I'm ready to roll up my sleeves and get dirty.
Okay. Come on into the kitchen.
All right.
We had it was an interesting, busy day today. But the way God blesses me, I just got so blessed because I said, Lord, I do want a restaurant, but I don't want to have to do all the work. I just want to come in and make beautiful food. And my partner, 𝐸𝐵𝐵, came to me, had just rebuilt this place.
Okay.
And initially, he was thinking about turning it into an event space.
Okay.
And I was like, what? No, this needs to be a restaurant.
Yes.
Like, this should be a restaurant. And he was like, well, I was talking to another guy, Rob, and we were talking about that too. So maybe we all 3 go in on it. I said, yeah, you give me a cut, we gonna do our thing. And so it just was a beautiful marriage because I do the daytime, Rob does the nighttime, and 𝐸𝐵𝐵 handles the house, the maintenance. Yeah. Awesome. So it just works out perfect.
Well, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. All right, so I know you see I have this stuff here.
Yes.
We are going to pickle some strawberries. Okay, now this same pickling recipe I'm going to show you, you can pickle anything.
Like onions. I know I eat pickled onions.
Okra, because a lot of people don't like okra because of the sliminess.
Yes.
But if you pickle it, you just get the delicious flavor of the
I have to
okra
try
without the sliminess. It is my hands down favorite thing.
Okay.
They're like cheeses and meats, or if I'm having like charcuterie or something like that. Asparagus, peppers.
Peppers, I've had peppers.
Brussels sprouts.
Oh, I love Brussels sprouts.
And it takes that bitter away. And it's like nice and pickly. You could You can pickle anything. So we're going to end with the end result of this beautiful salad.
So
I want to kind of talk about the salad, and then we'll get into how to pickle.
Okay.
So this is a salad that's actually on the menu at the restaurant.
Okay.
It's called our strawberry field salad that I created. And it's essentially, I wanted to get a little bit of pickle. I wanted to get a little bit of texture. I wanted to get a little bit of acidity, a little bit of sweet, and a little bit of creamy.
All of that goodness.
All in one. I want to talk about salads.
Okay.
Because, you know, for some reason, people think that it's only supposed to be tomato, onion, cucumber.
Right.
Might throw a pepper or two in there, some
right.
cheese. But it's like elevate your salads and bring it to the next level, because that can also keep you on your goals.
Right.
You can get all the protein
done right.
if it's done right.
Sometimes people go and they put all this stuff on a salad.
It's too much.
And
it's too much.
Just as bad as eating a hamburger.
Right. Nobody said put Doritos on there. Nobody said put tortilla chips on there and get crazy. Right. We want
and all the dressings.
Right. 1 to 2 tablespoons of dressing per salad.
Mm-hmm.
It's really supposed to be
side.
1. Yes. On the side, when you get it, it's always supposed to be 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon can get 1 portion of salad. It should be able to cover it.
So
as
this
much
big
as
old
you need.
salad?
1 tablespoon.
Wow. That's a big
1
tablespoon.
1 tablespoon.
Just a regular tablespoon?
That's it. Because you're supposed to get the flavor from everything
the food.
else.
Yes, okay.
And you're supposed to,
that's key.
you know, a lot of times people think that I'm just supposed to taste the dressing. You know, you're drowning it. You're drowning the nutrients. And think about it, dressing is made with oils. So you're eating all that oil now.
And sugar.
But you're eating a salad.
Right. Got it.
So it really, when you're essentially eating a salad, even when you go to a restaurant, I want you to start thinking, I'm here for the salad.
Right.
Not the dressing.
Not
the dressing is the fluff. Always remember that.
So 1 tablespoon.
1 tablespoon. It's going to be tempting. You can do 2. 2 is like, okay, we're in DeShawn's stage. You can do 2.
So I can do 2.
DeShawn can do 2 tablespoons. But if you just starting, 1. Yes. So this is a salad here. We have mixed greens. We have spinach. We have the pickled strawberries. Okay. We have a little bit of goat cheese, but this is like a blueberry goat cheese. So what I simply did was just boil some blueberry and just let it cook down, let it get nice and cold, and then rub it on the outside of the cheese, and that makes a blueberry goat cheese.
See, and that gives it that flavor and that special.
And it takes it to it. You can even like wrap herbs around it and let it sit in the fridge for a little bit. It's going to adhere to whatever you put on the outside of it. So, and it's also going to add with the pops of color. Then we have those heirloom tomatoes. The other thing that's special about this is, again, like you said, we want to pile all the stuff on the salad, but let's pile the good stuff on there. Right? Wild rice.
Wild rice, not white rice.
Not white rice. Not white rice, and brown rice is, you know.
Brown rice is just as bad almost,
It's just as bad. Okay. That's what I was going to say. Brown rice is a close second of bad.
Okay.
So
it should be wild rice.
You want to do the mother rice. It's like black rice.
I see that a lot. Like, I've never had it.
It's very earthy.
Okay.
It's an acquired taste.
Okay.
But if you mix it with your dressing, it'll work out for you.
What about quinoa?
Quinoa is great.
Yeah, it's a grain.
Quinoa is a grain.
Okay.
You want to have one of those 5 grains. So it's quinoa, wild rice, black rice. There's 2 other grains. Farro.
I've heard of farro.
And then there's
not
more
couscous.
Grains. Not couscous.
Yeah,
not couscous. Couscous is a baby pasta.
Yes.
So you think you're doing good because you're eating couscous, but you're really eating a whole bowl of pasta.
Yes.
Okay. So that's just simple. So let's get into it. Do you want to do the honors? Do you want me to do the honors? All right. So we're gonna bring the pot over here, and I'm gonna have you start cutting those strawberries in half for me.
Just like.
And while you're, just cut them all in half and throw them in the pot as you cut them. And so while you're doing that, I'm gonna just kind of simply talk about the ingredients and things that are going in there. So we always want to start off with what we're putting into our pot. No, half is fine, or you can do 4. Now that I like that question because that's an acquired taste.
Yeah. Because they feel like you can have more if they're smaller.
Right. So do you want to have big strawberries or do you want to have small strawberries?
That's fine. I'm gonna cut.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
I'm just real funny like that.
No, but I love that because you know what? Sometimes people see a recipe and they get married to the recipe.
Typically, that's how I am. I have to follow it to the T.
No. Don't.
My sister was like, I was like, how many tablespoons? How many? She's like, girl, no one does that.
No.
I'm like, I need to know.
So you know what a standardized recipe is? I'm going to turn you to a chef right here right now.
Okay.
A standardized recipe is a recipe that when you change one ingredient on a recipe, it is now your recipe.
Okay.
It is no longer that other person's recipe.
Right, because you made it yours.
So that is what we call a standardized recipe. So girl, you can have your own little cookbook, your own little recipes.
Okay,
that's
be
one.
like you.
Correct. That's one. The second is when you're looking at a recipe is just a roadmap. It's a guide. It's just there to kind of get you there.
Yeah.
Okay? It does not mean that you have to follow every single step.
See, I follow to a T. I set the timer on the oven. My sister's like, just look at it, see if it's ready. I'm like, no, how many minutes?
Because you know what? It'll turn you off. Like my sister once, she said, I saw this cream of chicken recipe, mushroom recipe, but I don't like the mushroom. So I guess I can't have that. Why? Make the same recipe, remove the mushroom.
Substitute, yeah.
Substitute it for something else. Take out the cheese, add what you want. You need that recipe essentially, especially when you're doing baked goods. Now, baked items are the only thing that you do want to follow to a T.
Yes.
To a T. Because somebody, to a
T.
Because baby, that cake gonna be flat, dented, and buried. Okay, when you go in, you're gonna be like, why is there a hole in the middle of my cake? I don't know what happened. You didn't follow. Because when that the baking soda and baking powder, someone took the time to measure that out for you.
Yeah.
And me, because I'm not a pastry chef.
Yeah.
Okay, so I follow all my baking. 1 teaspoon.
I use that swine flour to make the homemade pound cake.
Yes.
Where you fold the thing. I
Yes.
take it serious.
Yeah, I see. I see.
The recipe says to do it.
But
so
I like that. But I like that. I like that you take it serious because you have to. You know what?
I don't know the reason behind it, but I do it.
You do it. The reason behind it is for your health. The reason behind it is for, you know, what I'm going to say for your health. And the reason I'm going to say for your health is because cooking keeps you out of the fast food line.
Yes.
Learning to cook more ingredients and more recipes keeps you out of what? The fast food line. What happens when you come home and you don't have anything to eat? You Uber Eats.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So imagine if on Sunday you came in, you prepped some ingredients. You chopped up some peppers, you chopped up some onions, you chopped up some carrots.
I learned that's the trio. That's your basic things. I learned that.
The holy trio.
The holy trio.
You chop up some garlic and you just have it in the fridge.
Okay.
Guess what happens on Monday when you come home from work? You have your ingredients. All you got to do is sear the chicken, then throw in the diced peppers and onions that you already did, add a little tomato sauce to it, boom, boom, boom. Now you have like a little chicken stew, kind of situation.
Yep.
A lot of times people stray away from cooking because
it's too much work.
It's too much work. It's too much time. But you have to just make the time. It's going to keep you.
Do it up front.
Yes.
For the week.
And following those recipes with baking, one is great for you because you want to make sure you get it right. But following those recipes in the beginning is okay because it kind of gives you a guideline.
Yes.
But you want to try to get yourself out of that.
Yes.
You want to just get to the
Make
point
it
to
my
where,
own.
where you look at a recipe and you see, it says, chefs use recipes too. I don't know if y'all know that.
No.
We do.
I mean, I know you make them.
We do. Sometimes because we learn every day.
Okay.
You show me a chef that say that they don't need to learn anything, they should just quit immediately. Right. Immediately get out of the kitchen. We are all still learning.
Yeah.
We're all still growing. If I'm making a cake or if I'm making cinnamon rolls, I'm looking at a recipe.
Yeah.
However, if I made cinnamon rolls maybe multiple times, but I want to make a different cinnamon roll, maybe like a red velvet, at some point I'm going to look at the recipe. I don't necessarily look too much at the numbers, just I skim it. Okay. So it's like, so it's about 1 cup of flour, but then it says tomato, onion, cucumber, this. Okay, cool. It says take the tomato and the onion and saute it together, add the chicken in, then add the sauce. Okay. I know now, you know what? Instead of taking tomato and onion, I'm going to take pepper and onion, add it to it.
Mix it up.
And then I'm going to do shrimp instead of chicken. And it's not going to take 15 minutes. It's going to take 5 minutes because it's shrimp.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So now, instead of me spending
3 to 5 minutes per side.
There you go. And you don't even have a recipe. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why? You have experience.
Yes.
You have educated yourself. You
yes.
see? Yes. And now, you don't really so I'm telling you, what you telling me, you answering the question for me. You don't have to.
You don't have to stick to it. You don't have to be so rigid.
Because you know it.
Yes. Okay.
You know it. But so you can substitute it. And you know, like if this thing said 35 minutes for chicken, what is it for shrimp?
Way less.
Switch it out and do the shrimp.
Yeah.
Switch it out and do the fish. Get yourself away from like being married to it. So I'm not saying don't do recipes. I'm not saying don't look at recipes. I'm saying don't be married.
Don't be married to. Okay.
Okay.
So I have to learn to not be married to the recipe.
That's it. All right. So we're gonna kick this thing off. I'm going to start off with 2 cups of vinegar.
Vinegar. Okay.
Now this is just a white vinegar. Now you can do multiple things, different kind of vinegars.
Right.
Okay. So if I did peaches, maybe I do apple cider vinegar.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. If I wanted something with color and I was doing onions and I was doing white onions, maybe I do red wine vinegar. It's
Okay.
gonna turn it. It's gonna give it that nice pink color. So you just, and it's gonna change the flavor a little bit. It's gonna have a little bit more body. It's gonna be a little bit more robust. It's almost like sweet, but tangy at the same time. Okay.
So if this is just white, distilled white.
This is just distilled white.
Okay.
So if I do 2 cups of white, then I'm gonna do 1 cup of water.
Okay. And how they say that?
2 to 1.
2 to 1.
2 to 1. All right. Now I'm gonna get that in there.
Okay.
Then we're gonna take some pickling spice. Now,
so where is that? Does that come?
It comes just like this.
Okay.
Yep, actually, I have the bottle over here.
You just get it from the grocery store. Pickling spice.
You can get it right from the grocery store. Pickling spice.
Okay.
Okay. It has all of the ingredients there. You got some bay leaves in there. This one has some fennel seeds. Got a little piece of cinnamon in there, you see.
Yep.
So different pickling spices have different seeds in them. Okay. Mustard seeds, things like that. But normally this is
just
the house blend, the blend and the basics.
Okay.
All right, so I got a little bit of crushed red pepper. I'm going to give it a little spice, give it a little heat, nothing too crazy. That's about a half a tablespoon.
Yeah, I wanted to ask what's the measurement?
Yes, that's about a half a tablespoon.
I don't know what this, I need measurements.
A half a tablespoon. And don't worry, we will write this down.
Yes.
It's going to pop up maybe on the side of your screen.
And it could be in the description.
And it will be in the description, so we will get you this recipe. Don't you worry. All right, so now we have our sugar. Okay. Yes. So we're going to take, this is about 1 cup of sugar.
Okay.
Okay. Let me get that in there. All right. Then we're going to do, about a half a cup of salt. Now, the reason I did more sugar than salt is normally the opposite. It's because it's strawberries. I still want that little sweetness.
Yes.
I still want that sweetness. So I did 1 cup, and this is about a half a cup of salt.
So if you were doing onions, it would be less sugar.
Less sugar. If you were doing onions, you would do a cup of salt and a half a cup of sugar. It would be the reverse. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so that's that.
So we don't put the pickling spice in?
Did I not put it in? I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat this salad. All right, so we're going to put the pickling spice in there. This is about a half a cup of pickling spice. Get that in there. Then we just put that on the pot. Go, you do the honors.
Okay, and you just let it boil?
You just let it boil. So we're going to put that on to the stove. Yep. And we're going to turn this one on. Yep. Now, we're going to let that come to a roaring boil. Once that comes to a roaring boil, simmer for 20 minutes.
Covered or uncovered?
Excuse me, uncovered.
Okay.
Simmer for 20 minutes.
But stirring it though, right? Don't stir.
Leave it alone.
Okay.
Don't bother it.
Okay.
Don't disturb the peace. Just let it do its thing.
All right,
Just let it do its thing. You're just going to let it boil, let it simmer, and then after 20 minutes, you have pickled item. Now, you can either put it in your pickling jar. You want to put it in there with the juice.
Okay.
The juice is important.
That's the flavor.
The juice is the flavor, and the juice is what keeps it lasting long. This can last 7, 8 months.
Really?
You can leave this just sitting right here on the counter, and it'll be just fine.
It doesn't even have to be refrigerated.
It doesn't have to be refrigerated. You remember Grandma and them now. I'm from the South, so back in the days, Grandma would have these mason jars all in the windows.
That's true.
Everywhere.
That's true.
And we alive today, right?
We didn't die.
We didn't die. We're still here. But no, honestly, it's because one, that mason jar, it has that double lid. There's a reason for this double lid. One, it's going to give it maximum sealing, and it's going to make sure it seals it in. But on top of that, the vinegar, the salt.
It just all gets together and get all
those are the things that are keeps any pickle items having a long shelf life.
Okay.
I mean, even a year.
So where can you find these jars?
So you can find these jars anywhere at Amazon, Walmart, Kroger, anywhere you can find these jars. I mean, Walmart has the best.
Sometimes people make salads in the jars, right?
Correct. So nothing. Look at you. First of all, somebody give her a chef coat. She's hired. Yes.
I know a little something.
Period. So if I was to take this, if I was to put this salad in here, I would just take all these ingredients, and then I would pour the dressing on top, and I'll just shake it up.
Yep.
And then pour it onto my plate.
Got it.
Easy. But if I want to be bougie fancy, I'm going to dress it here.
Yes.
And then I'm going to pour that dressing right over the top. Today, I think I want to use some of this Sweet Age balsamic. I love a good
I was going to ask, what type of dressing would you, because it's the pickling sauce enough, or will you still add a dressing?
I would have just put straight pickling sauce on there. Now, if you wanted to take that pickling juice and mix it, blend it with a little bit of olive oil, then yes, you can make a pickled strawberry vinaigrette.
Vinaigrette.
For sure.
Okay.
Or you can hit it with just boom, boom, boom. This is a little bit of Sweet Age balsamic. And look at that. This right here is about 1 tablespoon of dressing.
That looks like bigger than a tablespoon.
It's a tablespoon.
Okay.
Prove me. And one, because it's thick.
Okay.
It's thick.
True.
Now, if this was thinner, that'll be about a good 2. But that was about one tablespoon.
Let me ask you about cheese, goat cheese. Goat cheese is my favorite. But when I was losing all my, I stayed away from dairy.
Yes.
And someone asked me I don't know the reason. I just knew that someone said don't eat dairy.
Yeah,
so
lactose holds. It holds. It sticks.
Yeah, and it makes you bloated.
And it makes you very bloated, very gassy, and it kind of it's counterproductive for what you're trying to do.
Right.
Once you hit a certain goal, like you're here now.
Cheese is healthy. I mean, you need some good fats.
You need some good fats. Again,
and complex starch. So I know the wild rice.
Yes.
That's okay because you need the grains.
You need the grains. You need the berries, you need the tomatoes. And actually, like I said, it depends on the stage that you're at.
Yeah.
So we want to remember that, guys. Like, if you're just starting off, this is a great salad minus the cheese.
Yes.
Okay? But if you have rich goals.
So we would just need to add protein to that.
We would just need to add protein. Chicken, shrimp,
steak.
Beans.
Oh, beans. Yeah.
Beans are great. Kidney beans, black beans, corn.
Now, what about corn? Because I thought corn was lots. When you're losing corn, they say stay away from corn because it's sugar.
Yes, you want to stay away from it when you're losing, unless you do even if you do like a dried corn, you want to stay away from it. But again, we're going to keep going back to it depends on where you're at in your journey.
So for me, corn is okay?
For you, corn is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
Because sometimes I have the habits, from the old mindset.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
no.
Okay,
if you're doing, for your stage, you're good. See, you guys want to take DeShawn. Okay, you want to use her as an example. You want to use her as a goal.
Tell you what to do and what not to do.
You want to put a picture of her above your mirror in your bathroom, and you want to look at her and say, you know what? I'm going to eat that corn. When I get here, I'm going to get to that corn and that cheese.
And then I'm going to switch my mindset and eat the corn because I got a picture on my mirror of these girls with big boom, boom, boom.
Bam.
So I'm going to eat the corn.
She like, hold on, I'm trying to get a little... Let me give me some street corn or something. But yeah, because I try to keep a balance. Because even though I had a weight loss transition as well, but now I pretty much eat what I want. I don't stop myself from eating.
Isn't it?
It is. It really is. You know what? Now I'm just mindful of the time of day. Okay. I don't eat after 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Okay, I try it after 6.
If it's 8 o'clock, I'm not eating. That's only because of my schedule.
Okay.
If I didn't eat after 6 o'clock, I never eat. I starve.
Right, because you're busy.
Because I'm so busy. But 8 o'clock, I'm done. And I don't eat until 10 o'clock. My life is intermittent fasting.
Yeah, because I was going to say, some people say skip the meals in the morning and stuff like that. I have, because I work out at 6 in the morning, so I have to come home and eat.
Yeah, fasted workout.
Yeah,
a fasted workout.
So I go on an empty stomach. I go to work on it.
A fasted workout gives you the best results. So if you're going to get up in the morning, the first thing you should be thinking about is food. You should be thinking about drinking a glass of water. That's the first thing you should put in your mouth for the whole day. And then
I do coffee.
You get water.
And
then coffee.
And then coffee.
See, people think they can do the coffee because coffee is in the water. That's not how it works.
Yeah. Coffee it wakes me up.
Water and then coffee.
Okay.
But the first sip, water.
Water first. I will do that because I have not been doing that.
Yeah.
I drink the water while I'm working out, but I'll drink water before I work out. I mean, first thing.
Yeah.
Then the coffee, and then while I'm working out, and then when I come home.
Yeah.
And that's
water
already
first.
3 bottles.
Yeah. So that's good. So you're good on your water intake. You got to stay up on that.
Yeah. Lately I hadn't.
Try to get to like 5 bottles a day. I'm with you because I'm not there either.
But I'm trying to be really intentional, really mindful because I'm doing all this stuff. And then if it's not working because I'm not doing my part. So.
Yeah. Let's turn this down. So we're getting ready to boil. This is what we call a roaring boil.
Yes.
Okay? Once we get here, we're going to turn that fire down to a simmer. And then we're just going to let those babies go.
You don't have the vinegar. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Is it the vinegar? What's making it boil like that? Because like when you're making the water for spaghetti and stuff like that, it doesn't boil like that.
It's vinegar. It's the vinegar.
Okay.
And then it's also the juices from the strawberries.
Yeah. But I don't get no
the
boil
sugars
like that.
and the sugar.
Because I would typically just throw these away.
Do not.
No.
Do not.
Okay.
Do not throw. I'm gonna give you two pieces of advice.
Okay.
Do not throw your strawberry tops away. Infuse your water with it.
Oh, okay.
Throw these tops in some water with a little bit of mint, maybe, or without the mint.
So the green leaves is okay?
The green leaves are great. You can actually eat these. People don't. People waste. Mother Nature works so hard for us.
I always just
give it all we got.
Throw them away. This is good to know.
You eat these.
Okay.
It's actually the healthiest part of the strawberry.
Really?
It's the green.
Okay.
So once you wash your strawberries and you eat that, you're good to go. Now, what I would do though is I would take this, pour it in some water, shake it up, and just let it sit in my fridge.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so refreshing. Strawberry filled.
I'll try that.
Take it to another level. Throw lemon and this in there.
Yes.
Take it to another level.
And you fancy.
Bougie in my Stanley cup. You're gonna take some more. You'll do strawberry, lemon, and mint at the same time. Another thing is rosemary in there, giving it that herbaceous flavor, but then that pop of that strawberry. Girl, let's just make our waters.
I'm about to be home.
Let's just take our waters to the next level.
I'm gonna do that.
That's what I'm saying. This is gonna be good. Another thing. So when you're cooking, you cook a lot now.
Yes, I'm about to start cooking a lot. Let's just say I'm already cooking a lot.
I just said it. You are already cooking a lot. You are cooking a lot now, right?
I'm preparing for that husband.
That's it. Because we got to know what to do.
We got to know what to do.
Right? We got to know how to cook the decadent and the healthy at the same time. We showing them right now. If you out there, she know all the ingredients.
I'm ready.
She got it already. She teaching me. So when you are cooking and you're working with your veggies.
Yes.
Okay. Every day of the week, you're cooking veggies.
Right.
Every day of the week, you're cooking veggies
with every meal.
With every meal, right? So when you're cooking veggies, what happens? We cut off the tops of those peppers. We cut off the tops of the bottoms and the tops. We take the seeds out. We cut off the ends of the onions.
Carrots.
We cut off the ends of the carrots and the celery and the skins. And what we just do, we just
throw it away.
Absolutely not. What you should start doing is putting those things in a Ziploc bag.
Okay.
Freezing them throughout the week. So if Sunday you start cooking, you have your vegetable scraps, put them in the bag, throw it in the freezer.
Okay.
Maybe Tuesday, maybe you don't have to cook because you still have food from Monday and from your meal prep.
Okay.
When Wednesday you cook again, you chopping veggies. Anytime you chop veggies, add it to that Ziploc bag.
Okay, right.
Take it out the freezer. Take it out the freezer. Yeah, all the scraps. This is scraps. Stuff you throw in the trash. Any the bottoms to the asparagus that are bitter that we normally don't want to eat.
Yep.
All that.
The green onions.
The bottoms to the parsley, the bottoms to the cilantro.
Yeah.
All these things we just cut and throw away. No, collect them.
Okay.
And the way you keep them give them life and keep them alive is in the freezer.
Okay.
Okay. Now at the end of the week, when that bag is full to the top, and we are good to go, and it's like I can't put nothing else in this bag.
Right.
You take the bag, you pour all the contents of that bag into a pot.
Okay.
You fill that pot with water.
Okay.
You season it. Salt, pepper, garlic, onion, okay? Maybe some herbs or something like that. It's already herbs in there, right?
Right.
You didn't put your stems in there.
Right.
So you just let that boil.
Okay.
Roaring boil. Once it boils, turn it off. Strain that liquid into another container. And that is now your vegetable stock.
Oh, homemade vegetable stock.
Homemade vegetable stock.
Got it.
So
I was wondering where you were going with it.
Because you're like, what am I doing with all this trash in my freezer?
What we gonna do?
No, because
that's smart.
It's smart, right?
Yeah.
Because one, you save money on vegetable stocks. Your vegetable stocks is not cheap.
I know.
$7, $8, $9, $10.
I know.
Wow, you got it right here in the cooler. You're
makes
literally
sense.
throwing it away every day.
That's
so it's
awesome.
Like, save it, and you can control your sodium level.
Yep.
Because like my husband, he has high blood pressure.
Okay.
So I try to, not no more, because in Jesus' name, we got that up out for him. Okay.
Hallelujah.
But when you have high blood pressure, you want to stay away from salt. And a lot of times you'll buy these vegetable stocks and beef broths and chicken broths, and
but
it'll
still be high in sodium, right?
It'll say low sodium, but it's still very high in sodium. Well, now you control the sodium.
That's
you control the flavor. You control how it tastes and how it
Yeah.
looks, and if you want it earthy and dark or whatever it is, you control it. The only thing you don't put in there is starchy things like potatoes. You don't want to put potato skins in there. But
is a potato a vegetable? Yeah. No.
Yeah, it's a root vegetable.
A root vegetable.
It's
Okay.
a root vegetable. So you don't really do root vegetables like butternut squash. And I mean, you can. I've done it. I've thrown butternut squash skins in there before.
Really?
And it gave it like a little sweetness. It was good. So
I like squash.
yeah, it depends on what you want to do.
So you are dropping some gems.
I'm trying to teach you. friend. You want to taste this salad?
Yes.
Let me go get you a fork.
Okay.
Don't follow me now, because I don't know what's going on over here.
So I have learned some things today. I can make my own vegetable stock. Don't throw away the stuff. How to make the pickling juice. All of that. And then I'm gonna really try not to follow a recipe. You know, I'm just so rigid. I'm just so like by the book. So I feel like I don't know what would happen if I didn't follow a recipe, but I'm gonna challenge myself to not be so glued to that
like
recipe.
that. Challenge yourself.
I'm gonna challenge myself.
I'll be proud of you. I'm gonna be calling you. I'm like, so what you over there doing? I'm cooking.
Like, because you'll be the beeping on the oven. They be like, what is that noise? I'm like, it's the timer.
Listen, now I will say this. Be comfortable in the space, right?
Yeah.
If you're not comfortable yet, don't just let me make you feel pressure to just jump off the porch. If you still feel like you're not good with timing, time it. Look at the time on it and time. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But, you know, saying I can't make this now because it has tomato in it, no.
Look up the
you know, just take it out, you know, and
YouTube is good, right?
YouTube is great.
Substitute for tomatoes. Substitute, you know, they got, if you don't have cornstarch, you know. I always go on YouTube sometimes.
You know what else is good? ChatGPT.
Oh, yes.
I love me some chat now.
I did that for recipes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you talk, listen, my chat
I do
know
it for
me.
everything else.
Yes, ma'am.
I never thought about doing it for recipes.
Do it for recipes.
Okay.
Just say, you know what? If I needed to switch out sherry right quick, because I may not have sherry wine, what's a better sherry wine that goes with the jambalaya? And it'll give you all the different kinds that pairs the same as that one.
ChatGPT.
Chat be on it now. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Let's get into it. And when you get a salad, there's a proper way to eat the salad.
Oh, show me.
Is that you want to take a little bit of everything. You want to get a piece of tomato. You want to, you know, pop a piece of rice on there. If the strawberry's too big, you just take your side of your fork and you just cut that little piece off. And you want to get that complete bite right there. Just like that.
Oh.
All right, now, cheers.
All the flavors in my mouth is like a party.
Right?
It's good.
See?
I love it.
See? You got texture.
You got the sweet. You got the spicy.
You got the tangy from
sour
the tomato. That goat cheese is just.
Goat cheese is my favorite.
Oh my gosh, my favorite.
With the blueberries, so.
Yes. Blueberries overpowering. Not too sweet. The tomatoes aren't even, the strawberries aren't even overpowering. Not too pickly. And when we put those the strawberries on there, you notice I only did a few slithers.
Yes.
It's one of those things like caviar. You don't want to go too crazy.
In moderation.
In moderation. And that's it, you guys.
So for those that are losing and counting calories, how many calories would you say this is? If you were to guess. Well, with the cheese, we know it's higher.
With the cheese, it's pretty high. But if we left the cheese out, it'll be under 1,000. If we left the cheese out, with the cheese, it's at least 1,200.
So this is really good, but let's take this in the kitchen or in a dining room.
Okay, because we got some stuff to talk about, right?
Yeah, you can catch me up on everything because I know you're working on some projects.
There's a lot going on.
I know, girls, booked and busy.
I know.